Marina and you're on the Russian Language Club channel. Subscribe to the Russian Language Club not to miss new videos about Russian language from me. From this video you will know how to form the imperative in Russian language and how Russians use imperative forms in the speech. First, the imperative is a form of the verb that means an order, advice, request, or impulse to an action. An imperative have two forms, the form for ты and the form for вы. The ты form is singular, the вы form is plural. By the way, I'm sure that you already know some imperative forms. For example, извините, this is the imperative. Здравствуйте, that's also the imperative form. Or простите, скажите, пожалуйста, that also the imperative forms. Second, in Russian, and that's important, imperative denotes not only the order, as I said before, but also a desire, a request. Usually the imperative expresses the expectations of the immediate onset of the action. But sometimes it also means an action that should occur only at the end of another. And now let's focus on the forms, how to form the imperative from the verbs. And honestly, it's not so difficult. You only need to know the form of the verb for мы and for я. I usually ask to check both these forms to compare, because sometimes you will need not only one of these forms. By the way, the form for мы and for я are the forms of the present tense if it is imperfective verb, or future tense if this verb is perfective. There are four gerunds of formation. Gerund 1. If the stem without the ending ends in a vowel, then you need to add y to the singular form or y and the ending те to the plural. Let's look on the example. The verb читать. This verb is imperfective. In the present tense, the form for я will be читаю. The form for мы will be читаем. And if we will throw away the endings, we see that the stem ends on vowel, чита. That's why we will add y. Читай, ты читай, and вы читайте. The verb покупать. This verb is imperfective, and in the present tense the forms will be я покупаю, мы покупаем. Let's throw away the endings for я and for мы, and we will have the stem покупа. The stem ends on the vowel a. That's why the imperative forms, the singular imperative form will be ты покупай, ты покупай. The plural imperative form will be вы покупайте. Gerund 2. If the stem ends on the consonant. Again, the stem, it is the form of the verb without the ending. And here is one important moment for gerund 2. The stress in the form я should fall on the ending. And for this gerund in the imperative we will add и for singular and ите for plural. Let's check on the verb. The verb купить. This verb is perfective, so we will look on the forms of the future tense. Я куплю, мы купим. The form for я, the stress falls on the ending. Я куплю. That's why we throw away the endings and we have the stem куп. And to this stem the stem ends on the consonant, we will add «и». Ты купи or ите, вы купите. There aren't three. If the stem ends on the consonant, but the stress falls not on the ending, the stress falls on the stem. Then, to form the imperative, we will add the soft sign. Let's check. The verb экономить. The form for я will be я экономлю, мы экономим. In the form for я, the stress is not on the ending. The stress is on the stem. That's why we will add the soft sign in the imperative. Singular form of the imperative will be ты экономи, in the plural, вы экономьте. By the way, the differences between singular imperative and plural imperative just in this те for plural. And additional there and for. If the stem ends in two consonants, we will add the letter «и». Like the verb помнить. Я помню, мы помним. We see that in the stem we have two consonants «м-н». In the imperative we will have «ты помни», «вы помните». By the way, in this verb, doesn't matter where is the stress, doesn't matter where the stress falls, because here is important if there are two consonants in the ending. Important note, the reflexive verbs, they will have the same forms for the imperative. The only thing that this suffix ся in the ending, it will go after our imperative forms. Let's check. For example, the verb заниматься. We say я занимаюсь, мы занимаемся. The stem ends on vowel а. That's why imperative will be ты занимайся, вы занимаетесь. The next is the verb учиться. Я учусь, мы учимся. Учусь, the stress is on the ending. We throw away the ending and the imperative will be ты учись, вы учитесь. The only thing you need to remember only for reflexive verbs is when to use ся, when to use с. And very easy, if the last is consonant, by the way, y, it is consonant, you will pronounce ся. You will write and pronounce ся. Занимайся. Оденься. If the ending will be vowel, you will change ся on s and soft sign. Like занимайтесь, учитесь, учись, оденьтесь. That's it. Some verbs will have their own imperative forms. Exactly, it's not their own. The endings will be the same, but they will be formed in a different way. For example, the verb есть. It is really very small verb. In the present tense, we will say я ем, мы едим. But the imperative forms will be ты ешь, вы ешьте. Or the verb пить, also the small verb, also the short verb. In the present we say я пью, мы пьем, but the imperative will be ты пей, вы пейте. Or the verb давать. You know that this verb is imperfective. In the present tense it will have forms я даю, мы даем. The imperative forms will have the suffix va. Ты давай, вы давайте. By the way, there are other verbs with this suffix va, like the verbs уставать, вставать, продавать, доставать, узнавать, отставать, and others. They will have the same imperative forms. Ты уставай, вы уставайте. Ты продавай, вы продавайте. Ты вставай, вы вставайте. Ты узнавай, вы узнавайте. One more variant to form the imperative in Russian language. We can form imperative with the help of the other verbs. Давай пойдем в кино. Пусть все будут учить русский язык. Давайте учить русский язык вместе. That were the phrases with the imperative meaning. That's all. Feel free to write your comments, requests, advices, suggestions below. Also, just under this video, you will find the article about this grammar topic. In the article will be everything that I told you now, and also there will be free tasks for practice. Subscribe to the Russian Language Club channel if you haven't already. Plus, subscribe to Russian Club on Instagram, Telegram and Facebook. До скорой встречи!